All right, good morning. How you doing? I'm Adam Handler. I'm your case handler. And the Wi-Fi connection today is very strong. So I'll be a little bit more vocal and a little bit more active in the conversation. But we know that you've got other things you could be doing right now. You could be watching other things, listening to other things, whatever it is. But you're here with us, 93.5 FM listeners. Thank you. Facebook viewers, subscribers, commenters, sharers, likers. Thank you so much. My name is Adam Handler. I am your case handler. We are Pollack, Isaac DeSico attorneys here in New York City, handling all sorts of legal issues, immigration, personal injury, matrimonial, criminal defense, labor and employment law. You got a legal problem, we got a legal solution. And the good news for you is that the information is 100% free. That's right, 100% free. All you have to do is give us a phone call. Our phone number is 844-774-3529 or 844 PPID law. No strings attached. You give us a call, you have a problem, you got a question, we give you an answer. The only thing we ask is if we can help you, right? If it's an actual case that we believe we can be successful, retain us. You will see the difference between us and every other law firm out there. We truly treat our clients like family, and we understand that your case should be our most important case. With me today, Nelson, the Maverick Madrid, a partner of the immigration practice, and my co-host, David Aniki Squeeze. Squeeze and I have been doing a radio show in one form or another for over 15 years on this radio station, 93.5. Throughout that entire time, I've been on 93.5, broadcasting and advertising my legal services, whether it was in the morning with Squeeze or other broadcasters in the afternoon. You know who I am. You know what I do. And I am, as Squeeze will say, oh, Squeeze, you got a short haircut today. I didn't notice that. All clean. My baby's all cleans up. You call me the most celebrated.
I was waiting for you and Nelson to take a jab at me, but I was like, okay, I guess it's not going to happen because I knew they were going to say something.
I actually did. I said in the chat, I said, "Where is the party? I see you got a cut and clean shaven."
Nice. But anyway, you have dubbed me the most celebrated attorney on this radio station.
You are. It's not about dubbing you. You are. You know, come on, man. You've been on the station 15 years, but you want to know what? It's not about you being on the station 15 years. It's not about everyone in the Caribbean community knowing the name Adam Handler, which is a household name. It's not because you treat every single person that you have actually handled where their case is concerned as a family. It's because, Adam, and I know you're a very modest individual. It's because of the maximum compensation that you get for people when they get hurt in an accident. You as a personal injury attorney have floored every single other person out there in the capacity of personal injury. So you have proven yourself. That's what it's all about. And here comes the immigration guys, you know, the Nelson Madrids, the Mavericks, the Conrad Pollacks. And, you know, for lack of a better phrase, I'm saying it with big balls rolling in, basketballs rolling in for the Caribbean community. And doing it. And what I love about, I mean, all of you guys, you're very straightforward. No BS, no crap. You cut to the chase. You let people know if or not you can help them. Okay. I have actually referred cases to you, Adam, and you said, no, that's not going to be worth it. That's not going to happen for the person. You spoke with the person. You let them understand why. Very straightforward. No BS, no beating around the bush. You're very forward. I love that. The Maverick himself, he has done the same. Someone calls about immigration. You know, everybody's got anxiety about their immigration situation and status. Guess what? He's very straightforward. He's not going to take on a case that he knows he cannot help the person with. That's what I like. Honesty and you being straightforward. I'm sorry I cut in there, man, but
I'm glad that you do, because you know what? You know, you've been around the block. You've been doing this a lot longer than I have. I think you've been broadcasting since 1996. You've dealt with a lot of individuals, a lot of different attorneys. But you found your home. You and I have worked together for so many years, and you know what? It's both of us just trying to give back to the community that's embraced both of us. I mean, look where you've gotten, in your career because you've cared about the Caribbean community. Same thing with me. I mean, I don't like to pigeonhole myself into just saying that all of my clients are from the Caribbean, but the truth is 95% of them are, because it's just a culture and a community that it really has embraced me, and I've embraced back. And that's why we're giving these free phone consultations. We decided during the pandemic, months ago, that we want to, give the information. Knowledge is power. And if you're out there and you've got a question, you're not sure, do I have a personal injury case, or do I have a valid, can I adjust my status in the United States? We don't want to charge you to get that information, as long as it's over the phone, and as long as you mention this show, or Case Handler, or the Maverick, or the Maestro, or the Boss Lady Bondikov, as long as you show that you have participated in this process, either listening on the radio or on Facebook, we'll give you the information for free. Again, no strings attached. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And I ask you this every day, Squeeze, and with all seriousness, you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. Don't you
right,
see the haircut? Right. I'm down with PPID. All right, so listen, you know what? As my personal injury attorney, as Alexandra, the boss lady, Bondikov, she's here on the show today. All right, why don't you give us a true success story? Okay, let's focus on a personal injury case that you have handled, Case Handler. You have handled Adam Handler. You have handled my Shark. Okay, for the clients out there, I need for you to focus on one case right now for a couple of minutes before we actually jump into immigration. Let's talk personal injury for a few minutes. As everyone on Facebook right now, as we ask each person watching to share to at least 10 people are in groups right now. Join some groups and share the page for us. But I need a true success story. Nelson loves to hear the true success story. And I'm quite sure Alexandra do not mind listening and watching the true success story of someone that you have helped.
So I just want to go back to this photo from yesterday, because again, our connection wasn't too strong. Isma was on live. This was our first socially distanced Case Handler photos. $550,000 for Isma. We heard him live yesterday on the radio, talking about his experience with the accident, talking about his experience dealing with our law firm, and then of course a successful result. So that was the last time I paid yesterday. But we have so many. I mean, Squeeze, listen. When you've been practicing for years and years and obtaining over $120 million for your clients, the different examples just roll in. Let's pick something here good that we can talk about. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm trying to find a good one.
What about that $415,000 one?
Which one is that?
We're always talking millions and all of that. Keep going.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. If you wouldn't mind reading that quote for me, I would be extremely grateful.
The Case Handler team did a wonderful job. I was with another firm for about 5 to 6 months, and I didn't have a good experience at all. Go figure. All right. Everything that was done by Adam's team was done well, and I have already sent people here because of how good Adam's team at PPID are. This is the best firm in town. Curtis from Brooklyn. Settlement, a car accident settlement, $415,000. Now, what I got from this, sorry, Adam, is that this man was with another firm. And this is what I'm talking about. Many people out there are with other firms, but I want people, for the most part, listening to this, I want for you to start with PPID. Okay, many of you, I'm quite sure, with other firms right now, but I want for you to start with PPID. There's a reason why we're here religiously every single morning talking about personal injury and immigration. $415,000 for this individual who was with another firm, was not happy, and came to Adam Handler. That's what I'm talking about. Adam,
I mean, this was a dangerous case for this gentleman. I'll tell you why. He was in a car accident, and when his lawyers that he hired first started sending out claim letters, the first thing a lawyer does is start sending out letters to the insurance companies that may be involved in this case. They sent it out to the wrong insurance company to begin with. So they didn't even have the right information as to how much money this guy could be entitled to, right? Then he switched over to us because they weren't even picking up the phone. But what's important about this case is that we righted the ship, I guess the expression is, 450,000. We got 350, we got 100,000 from the insurance company. But then we found out that the gentleman driving this vehicle was actually working at the time, which means that you can go after his employer. In New York and New Jersey, it's called respondeat superior. If you are engaged in your employment and your negligent acts cause harm, as long as you're involved in a work activity, whether driving a company vehicle or, working on a construction site, but if you cause harm in the course of your employment, your employer could be responsible for damages as well. And that's exactly what we did. So not only were we able to get the $100,000 from the gentleman's car insurance, we were able to get another $315,000 from his employer. Now that is 3 times more than he normally, well, 3 times more than he normally would have gotten. And this other lawyer had no idea that this other insurance company even existed. So, it's about, being thorough. It's about leaving no stone unturned, and it's about going after the maximum compensation for this guy. There are no redos in the personal injury case. With Curtis, he had one shot to get it right. He rolled with the lawyer, wasn't getting a good feeling, and then gave us a call, and look what happened. We turned a case that was going nowhere into a case that went for $415,000. All right. And that's what we do at PPID. We understand you got one chance to get it right. One chance, one choice of lawyer. In this case, he had 2 choices of lawyer, but he had a switch, right? You can't have 2 lawyers working on the same case. So we say one chance, one choice, your case handler. Again, our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Do yourself a favor. Lock it in your cell phone right now. Dial it. Let it ring a few times. Hang up. We won't think you're pranking us. We know that you'll save it later. But save the number. I mean, these days you can always Google the case handler or Google PPID, so you can get our number that way. But to have it readily accessible in your phone, because when you get an accident, the last thing you want to start doing is searching for things. You want it, bam, in your phone. Save it under your emergency contacts. 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Adam Handler. Adam Handler is a partner at the firm Pollack, Isaac, and Nasico. He runs the personal injury department. Just about almost every Caribbean person out there that listens to this radio station more or less knows who this man is. He's definitely a personal injury attorney that's in our community, helping our community for the past 15 years. Has settled well over $120 million for his clients, and we do appreciate the fact that he's representing the community.
And also add a status immigrants, right?
Yes, and definitely.
I mean, we don't stress that. We don't stress that enough. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing here. You could be from Mexico or the moon. Well, not a moon, because then you're not a human being, but you know what I mean. Your status in the United States has nothing to do with your ability to use the courts and seek compensation if, God forbid, you're injured. The phone call is free. You've got nothing to lose. Even if you think, oh man, I'm screwed. If I file a case, I'll be deported. Speak to us first, because you know who I'm going to put it. You know who I'm going to put you in touch with. Who do you think I'm going to put them in touch with if they say, oh, am I going to be deported if I file a personal injury case?
The Maverick, okay?
Exactly.
The Madrid, of course.
He's right there. He's right there, ready for us.
All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody, I noticed someone just called, okay? Everyone out there that ever got hurt in an accident or gets hurt in an accident, rather, call this number. Store the number. Let the number ring 10, 15 seconds. The number is 844-774-3529. Maybe you are working in construction. If you do get hurt on your construction job, you will need Adam Handler. The number is 844-774-3529. Everybody knows my number. If you can't remember that number, you call me Squeeze. You all know how to find me. All right. But once again, the firm is PPID. The man is Adam Handler. His nickname, Case Handler. I call him the Shark for obvious reasons. The number once again is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Personal injury, very important within our community. Even if you're out of status, you can still get help with the attorney, Adam Handler. Thank you so much, Adam Handler. We do appreciate you, man. And we'll link up soon, all right? If you want to hang out,
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to hang out for a little bit. Why not?
We're going to go big with immigration right now because I need to know what's going on in the immigration atmosphere, the immigration climate. I want people out there who are out of status, people who have been filing, okay, people are trying to figure out what's going on. Is the ban affecting me? Is it not affecting me? I want to hear all the positive things that PPID can still do, considering some orange guy shaking up things in this country. All right, so let's just find my friend Nelson Madrid. Let's find my friend Alexandra Bondikov, 2 attorneys at the powerful firm PPID. But do remember, if you call before the top of the hour, everyone gets a free consultation. And that number to call the firm at to get your free immigration phone consultation is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Mr. Maverick, anything you want to say before we bring on the boss lady?
No, I mean, listen, things have gotten a little harder, but again, we are still able to help people. As Adam said previously, knowledge is power. There's definitely a lot going on. There's a lot of new things that many people may not know about. You know, filing an adjustment while in the United States in this day and age is not as simple as it once was. It's gotten a lot more complicated. And unless you're guided, unless you actually know what you're doing, you could potentially struggle, or your case can be denied and you can be put into removal proceedings. So, you know, to everyone listening out there, to everyone watching, you know, give us a call, 844-774-3529. That is 844-774-3529.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the voice of the Maverick. His real name is Nelson Madrid. He's one of the top immigration attorneys at the firm, okay, PPID, which is located at 225 Broadway in New York City. Obviously on the third floor, never go above, okay? Just get some exercise going up the stairs, walk in with your mask on, okay? And reach out to Nelson or Alexandra. Alexandra, boss lady, how you doing today? How are you in this atmosphere? It looked like you may be in your office already.
That's exactly right. I'm actually in the office, and this is why I was having technical difficulties logging in this morning, because I've been doing this for so long from home. I didn't realize Zoom was not even installed on my work computer. So
Okay.
apologies, but I'm here. In the wonderful world of immigration, well, nothing really that critical to report today. I guess people are worried about the USCIS running out of money. There's a bill on the Hill to give it a bailout, but advocates are pushing very hard to have that funding conditioned upon USCIS improving upon their procedures to eliminate the processing times that have become, I don't know, from months to years long. So there's a new proclamation for people from Hong Kong, but that's about it. Nothing new and, well, nothing good to report, rather.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Alexandra, the boss lady, Bondikov. She's one of the top immigration attorneys. So when you call this number for your free consultation, you may speak with her. The number to call is 844-774-3529. Many of you who have immigration questions or know someone who does, how about helping them out by making sure that they get a free phone consultation with one of the top attorneys? Once again, the number 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Before we even get to questions, Alexander.
I just want to jump in for 1 sec. I just want to jump into, not to cut you off, but squeeze. Can I ask one quick question just to Nelson and Alexandra?
Sure.
You know, we all practice in our particular areas of law. I'm personal injury, they're immigration. But Nelson and Alexandra, can you just tell us a little bit about the area of immigration law that you prefer to focus on? I think you do the employment-based stuff, Alexandra. Is that correct?
I mostly do employment-based stuff. Yes.
Okay. And just explain what that is to people.
Sure. So basically, these are visas for people who come here temporarily to work, either as professional workers or extraordinary ability workers. I think I talked earlier in the month about artists, performers, and entertainers. Also, we work on green cards for people to stay permanently based on a job offer from a U.S. employer.
Right. Okay. And Nelson, the area of immigration law that you that you really enjoy and believe you excel at?
My forte is removal proceedings. That is what that is what I do. Basically, when someone is in the country illegally, or even when someone is a permanent resident, and immigration is basically trying to kick them out of the country, I represent them in removal proceedings. You know, obviously it's my job to try to keep them in the country.
Okay. All right. Very interesting.
All right. So that's the Maverick. That's why we call him a Maverick, man. All right, these are all about taking care of people. You know, people may have get put in those removal proceedings, aka sometime deportation, and that's the reason why when a maverick comes flying and okay, let's see what's going on here. All right, you know, and handle that situation. So that's the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, if you want that free phone consultation with him or Alexandra Bondikov, here, do yourself a favor. Don't wait until the desired moment because it may be too late then. If you're out of status, if you know someone that needs some immigration benefits, dial the number now. Text the number to someone. Okay, share the number. It's 844-774-3529. That is the number for the firm. If you're calling for personal injury or immigration, you've got different departments, as Adam broke down just now. Make the call, 844-774-3529. As you can see, they know what they're doing in different areas at the firm. So ladies and gentlemen, make the link right now. We're going to be jumping into some immigration questions, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, I want to say thanks to each and everyone for tuning in. The people on Facebook, thank you so much for sharing. Do remember to share on at least 10 individuals' timelines, your friends, or in groups and also pages. We do appreciate you sharing. It's the best compliment that you can extend to us here, cruisers. All right, that's what we're going to call ourselves, cruisers. Okay. That's the best compliment you can give us, cruisers. All right. We do appreciate you. We do love you. We will continue to treat you like family. Thank you so much for cruising with us. All right. First question up for immigration. I have one question. My category is CR1 and my category is CR1 and I only have civil documents to submit. If I change my address, will the process be delayed?
So basically her question, she has a conditional residence. Conditional residence is valid for 2 years. You apply for a conditional or you receive a conditional green card when you've been married for less than 2 years at the time you file for adjustment. You know, when you change your address, you're supposed to complete what's called a Form AR11 and notify immigration of your new address. You can do that online. Changing your address would not or should not delay your case in any way.
I got you. Once again, the phone number for the immigration attorneys at PPID is 844-774-3529. Dial the number, let it ring 10 seconds so they know you are actually storing the number, or set up an appointment. Set up a free phone consultation. Speak with them off air. 844-774-3529. Now, here's an epistle. It's a pretty long one. I have a concern. I filed my paperwork, okay, for a green card based on marriage in October 2017. Last September, I did the interview and the officer said my case needed to be reviewed. She also mentioned that I might have to redo the medical since it had passed the 2-year mark due to their fault for not completing my case in a timely manner. Anyways, in late December 2019, I got a letter from the Oakland Park field office in Florida stating that they needed more info. I have to redo the medical. I did that and sent it in January. Let me continue reading this book. I have been waiting since then. I recently did a case inquiry since my case is officially outside the normal processing time. Currently, they are reviewing cases for January 2018. They received mine in October 2017, so definitely way past the normal processing time. Today, I got a response from them stating that they are unable to move forward with my case until the background checks are completed, and they're unable to say when the adjudication process will end. So my question is, what should I expect and what kind of background checks could they possibly be doing at this point? Oh, and they approved the marriage petition. That's long-winded for me, and hopefully you all got it. I don't, so I'll let you, the professionals, respond to that.
Alex?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alex.
I'm not surprised that the case has been delayed. Generally speaking, during COVID, the offices were shut down, although some officers worked remotely. So that's not a concern. With respect to what kind of background checks they're doing as part of the process, they take the fingerprints. I can't really tell what exactly databases they're checking, but it may take sometimes in certain cases. Maybe there's a name hit, maybe she's on a particular list, or maybe her name is similar to somebody else's that has an issue. It's very difficult to tell, and they will certainly not tell the applicant or the attorney of what's triggering this. There are a couple of things that this person can do to follow up. One, she already did by doing an online inquiry. I would also suggest congressional liaison. Call the local congressman's office. They have a designated person who's handling immigration inquiries. Sometimes these are effective in moving the case forward.
That's you. 844-774-3529. Yes, Nelson.
You know, Squeeze, just to add, unfortunately, delays are very, very common anytime you deal with USCIS. Something I often tell many of my clients is if you speak to 10 people that got a green card, you'll hear 10 different stories. Everybody's experience is different. When you deal with immigration, it's a roll of the dice. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know how much time your case is going to take. There is what's called, quote unquote, normal standard processing time. Most things are not normal. Most things just, you know, in this case, obviously the person has to do a medical because immigration took obviously more than 2 years to adjudicate her case. So as a result of their shortcomings, now she has to go back to the doctor, probably pay additional money and do an updated medical. The alternative is she does nothing and her case gets denied. But obviously in this case, she provided the updated medical. As Alex said, she has several options. But again, anytime you deal with USCIS, nothing is ever as straightforward as it seems.
Okay, and we will consider that a Maverick Minute, ladies and gentlemen. He's sharing some information there on that point due to that question. Once again, you're in tune to Cruising with the Case Handler, and you can check out the show 8:30 a.m. weekdays, 7 p.m. on Saturdays, 12 noon on Sundays. I want everyone out there that if you ever think of an attorney, think the firm PPID. If you ever think personal injury, you think the case handler at PPID. If you ever think or need immigration help, you think PPID. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's watching the show, everyone that's listening to the show, what we want for you to do, because you may not necessarily need the firm now, you may not necessarily need a real estate attorney, criminal defense attorney, immigration attorney, or a personal injury attorney right now. What we want everyone to do that is watching the show is to, one, dial the number, let it ring 10, 15 seconds so we know you're storing it. Two, share the number with someone out there, a loved one, a friend, a family member, even a foe, ladies and gentlemen. And also subscribe to our show. Make a note of when our show is on. The number to call right now and store is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome, but go with, of course, PPID. 844-774-3529.
It's 9 o'clock.
All right. Right there.
Real quick, I'm gonna jump off. I just want to show everybody on that's watching right now something crazy. We had talked about this yesterday when we interviewed Isma. Again, that's the personal injury client that we recently obtained $550,000 for. He was riding his bike. A van was making a illegal U-turn in the middle of the road and hit him. Broken ribs, broken thumb. You know, pretty bad injuries. He made an excellent recovery, but pretty bad injuries. But I'll never forget when he came in. Right, he brought his phone. And I've never seen this, and I want to look at that. Look at his phone. And the screen didn't even crack, but literally it bent. I mean, it's crazy. Look at that. And I would have used this as an exhibit at trial if this case ever went to trial, just to show, you know, the seriousness of this impact. You know, this phone was in his pocket, and we still have it. Actually, it's in the file in a little folder, but it was amazing. And it just shows you, man, you wake up in the morning, you go about your business, you get on your bike, it's a beautiful day, boom, some jerk that is not looking and turns into you, and your life could be changed forever. You know, you could have been killed. I mean, it's just, you never know when disaster is going to strike. That's why you have to make sure that you're well protected and you're thinking ahead. And the best way to think ahead and be protected, of course, is to have our phone number. I can't stress it enough. If accidents were predictable, I would be out of business. They happen when you least expect them. So what can you do to turn a bad situation into a good situation? Hire the right lawyer. Hire the guy that's going to fight for you like their family. Hire the person and the attorneys that are going to get the most money possible for your injury, for your medical bills and your time out of work. Of course, that's PPID. I'm Adam Handler. I'm your case handler. Thank you for tuning in. I'll let the immigration team take the controls for the rest of the show. But thanks again, Squeeze, for having me on. Thanks, Nelson. Thanks, Alexandra. Have a great day, guys, and be safe. 844-774-3529.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The shark, the case handler. All right. Remember, one chance, one choice. and it's definitely the case handler. Call him at 844-774-3529. I've got two more immigration questions here, so let's just squeeze them in as I speak with the immigration attorneys, Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick, and of course Alexandra Bondikov, aka the boss lady at PPID, and they're at the same number, 844-774-3529. Here's another one. How long it takes for F2B visa approval? It's been 5 years. I am still waiting for my interview.
F2B is unmarried sons or daughters, 21 years of age or older of permanent residence. It's taking about 6 years. Unfortunately, as a result of the recent presidential proclamation, they are subject to that ban. So, you know, unless their case was approved, they're gonna have to wait until at the earliest January 2020, and that's assuming he doesn't extend his ban. But she is subject to that ban.
Got you. All right. There goes the answer from the Maverick. The number once again is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Do remember to get that free phone consultation off air. Call them and afterwards hire them. That's the important piece. Final question here. Is DNA required for the F2B visa case?
No. No, it's not a standard requirement. Typically, DNA is requested when there is some sort of issue. Let me give you an example. We have a client who reached out to us recently and retained us. It's a case where basically the birth was not registered until 14 years later. So the family waited until this child was 14 years old to register the birth certificate. That, in situations like that, that raises red flags, and immigration typically requests DNA to prove the relationship. Obviously, that's a very unusual situation, but anytime USCIS requests DNA, it's typically because there is some sort of issue, some sort of red flag is raised. It's not standard. It's not part of any process.
Got you. Thank you so much, Nelson Madrid, aka the Maverick. Boss lady, we're going to let you have the final word for this episode of Cruising with the Case Handler on this day. Anything you would like to say to the viewers and listeners of Cruising with the Case Handler before we go?
I just want to follow up on what Adam started talking about earlier this hour when he asked us what we concentrate on. And I want to say that as in real life, very rarely do we see a case that's strictly business immigration or, you know, there's always issues that seep through. For example, a client may have a criminal issue, and it really happened to me, a personal injury issue. And I think the great thing about being a part of PPID is I know who to ask about this. I mean, this is not something that I practice every day, but I do have resources. Adam has helped me on many occasions. When I have a criminal issue, I go to Nelson or Greg Pinto. And I think this adds value to our clients, the fact that we're so versatile, and there's always, if I haven't seen the issue, somebody else for sure has.
Okay, and that's great. And pretty much what Alexandra is saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that, you know, there are criminal defense attorneys on board. There are business attorneys on board. There are personal injury attorneys on board. There are family based attorneys on board. All right, family matters. Okay, divorce, etc. So when you come to the firm, you don't have to go anywhere else. They'll handle it. And each of them has seen just about, you know, they have seen their side of experiences. So somebody has seen the issue somewhere. So the firm has it all. Ladies and gentlemen, reach out to them. The number once again is 844-774-3529. On behalf of Nelson Madrid and Alexandra Bondikov, we're going to conclude our show for today. We want to say thanks to each and every one for tuning into this wonderful show, Cruising with a Case Handler, that I do believe that everyone, if not most, should be watching the show so that they can get some information in the capacity of immigration or even personal injury, God forbid. Okay, so reach out to them now, 844-774-3529. Yes, it has been an attorney advertisement. And of course, priors also do not guarantee similar outcome, but we say call PPID at 844-PPID-LAW. That's 844-774-3529. Thank you so much, Nelson. Thank you so much, Alexandra. And of course, we'll catch up again very soon.
Have a great day.
All right.
Thank you.